Hi, this is Zam here with a special review of the US stocks which are set or allegedly set to join the S&P 500 in coming weeks, starting off with AppLovin. And you can see that, well, you will see it that like many of these stocks in selection, we are actually in a rising trend channel. In this case, for the channel there at basically the $4 mark, 50-day line just below it at $373. But at the moment, it looks like we're going to stay on the right side of $4. And if we're lucky, we can stay on the right side of the old resistance there from June towards 420. Above that, looking at the top of the channel and record highs from February towards $525. Upside hopefully hit by the end of next month if everything goes well. Moving on to Ares Management, and here rising trend channel again from back in April, like many stocks on the market. Here you can see the top of the channel there at basically the highs of the year towards 200, well, basically $204. And we're looking at that at least while we're above recent support, recent August support around the 184 level, which is close to the floor of the rising trend channel from back in April. It's positive that we've had multiple points in the recent past of RSI rebounds above the neutral 50 level. So it looks as though one or two people are betting on this being an S&P contender. One of the bigger names in terms of getting on the list is Carvana, and here we see the share just bouncing off the floor of the rising trend channel there at around the $335 mark. 338 is actually the level of the 50-day line, and above that, we're looking for the shares to zigzag up to the top of the channel there. $430 perhaps as soon as the end of next month. Obviously, the initial target would be the old July resistance around 365. RSI just bounced at neutral 50, so that is hopefully a sign that a new leg is up, new leg to the upside is on its way. Datadog is next, and here another rising trend channel. It also looks as though we're bouncing off the floor of the channel here and bouncing near the rising 200-day moving average of $127. The view at the moment is that while we're above Friday's low, $123, Liddy's looking for the 50-day line there at 135, if not the recent resistance, turn of the month resistance, 150 plus, and hoping for that over the next 2 to 4 weeks. On the downside, the worst we see at the moment is just below $120, the June support. A stock which might make the grade is Interactive Brokers, and here you can see it's almost as if the market is anticipating that scenario. Rising trend channel here from the end of March, top of the channel there, heading for $74. We're looking for that by the end of next month, while we remain above the 50-day line there at $58. Worst case at the moment, I suppose, is back down to the May resistance area, $53. But I think the upper 50s hopefully will allow the shares to find support there rather than lower. Moving on to Pinterest, which I suppose is one of the more famous names in this collection, although most of them are famous. Rising trend channel here since April, top of the channel there, heading for $42. We'll be hoping for that by the end of next month, while we remain above the floor of the channel here at $33. Worst case is we've got to test the 200-day moving average area towards $31, as we did back at the end of May / beginning of June. Slightly concerning that we've had an unfilled gap to the downside and failed at the floor of the gap there at $36. So if you're cautious, you want to see an end of day close through that particular zone. Stock which seems to be also a reasonably famous name is Reddit, and probably the strongest looking of the stocks in this collection, just in terms of the near-term price action. Here you can see the top of the channel there, $320. We're looking at that by the end of next month, while we remain above the initial August resistance, around $218. Robinhood is next, and here the picture is that of a market climbing within a rising trend channel from that March-April period. Top of the channel there, $135. That looks as though it makes for a fair target for the end of next month, especially given the way that we've had two bounces for the RSI well above the neutral 50 level. Tends to be a leading indicator on the upside. Worst case at the moment is a rug pull down to the 50-day line at $95, but hopefully we can stay on the right side of 105 and the price channel floor ahead of a move to 135 or so. One or two people seem keen on this stock getting into the S&P 500. It's SoFi Technologies, and here, good price action near the floor of that channel there from back in April. RSI 50 rebounds since the beginning of June. In fact, we haven't been below RSI 50 since the end of May, so this is looking very strong indeed. Top of the channel there, $28, which we're looking for by the end of next month, will remain above late July, early August support around the $20 mark. On to Viva Systems, and here it looks like another price channel rebound, also support above the old gap top there at $265. Recent support around 270, and above that, looking for the top of the channel there as high as 330 by the end of next month. If you're cautious, wait for the RSI to get back above neutral 50 versus 49 at the moment, or you wait for an end of day close above the 50-day moving average, currently at 282. Finishing off with Vertiv, and here hopefully another rising trend channel rebound off the floor of the channel. In fact, Friday gave the impression that was going to be the case. Also bouncing above a rising 50-day line there at $127. And the longer we stay above that 50-day line, the greater the chance of a move up to $170 at the price channel top there from March by the end of next month. If you are cautious, you wait for the RSI, not only the RSI to get back above neutral 50, but the shares to get back above the initial August support there around 135. That's it for me today. More updates in the more usual way during the week.